Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's no doubt we are in a time of crisis. And I think we have to look on this time of crisis as a time for reinvention, for thinking and doing things that might have been unthinkable even a year ago. Fergus recently mentioned there from the podium the attitude of those who founded our nation, the people who are willing and had the ambition and the idealism to embrace the necessary changes to create a successful nation. It's that spirit that we need again today. There's one thing is sure, delegates, and that people will remember this generation of politicians, because the decisions we make today will have a huge impact on the future of future generations. In the past, we created a successful model that was the envy of the world out of a deep crisis in the 80s. We have been down this road before. We know how to do it. But that model was destroyed. It was destroyed not by bad luck or some storm coming from overseas to this wonderful, sustainable policies that we had. No, it wasn't bad luck. It was destroyed by catastrophic policy failures, by leaders who let the people down. People in politics, people in banking, people who were regulating, they were found missing when the challenges arose. They were blind to what it took to survive in a small open economy. They were living in easy street, a cosy circle, were able to find easy compromises. Competitiveness crumbled. Self-interest was dressed up as if it was great national progress. Problems were bought out, they weren't confronted. Those who questioned were frozen out. Those who issued warnings were contemptuously dismissed. It was the best of all possible worlds, while people could feed in the easy trough of the property bubble. But that society that was created, that political environment that was created, that economic strategy that was created, it was low on scrutiny, it was low on reform, it was low on competitiveness, it was weak in regulation, it was soft on rip-off, it was tolerant of failure. Dramatic damage was done to this community by that style of leadership that we had. It launched our public finances on an unsustainable path. It piled burdens onto small businesses that are the heartblood of this country's survival. It undermined the professionalism of our committed public servants. It allowed banks to suck in obscene amounts of money to pump up a property bubble. Did this government prepare us for the inevitable downturn? They certainly did not. They left us cruelly exposed. And now that exposure is destroying lives. Hundreds of thousands joining the queues of unemployed. People with mortgages worried, will their job be the next to go? Worried that now the mortgage is 4 times greater than the house that they own. People who have businesses who are worried, will they be able to get through? That's the destruction that has been wrought. The challenges we face are stark. This economy is going to take a hit representing 20% of our national income. We have choices about how that hit affects us. Policy choices are available. Those who are in strong positions can circle the wagons and protect themselves from change. If that happens, the hit will be taken by those who become unemployed, by those who lose their homes. So we have choices. But in order to make sure that we take the choices that do not protect the privileged, but try to protect the lifeblood of our community, we have to have a government that is willing to make dramatic change. And I think the question on everyone's mind at this stage is, can this government fix what they have broken? Have they the vision? Have they the authority? Are they too steeped in the old habits to make that change? Recently I saw that film with Anthony Hopkins about being lost in the wilderness, fighting off grizzly bears. I'm sure some of you have seen it. But he made a very telling comment. He said, most people lost in the wilderness who perish die of shame. The danger in our society and in our community today is a government who is lost in the wilderness will let us die because of their shame, their unwillingness to understand the problems we face, their unwillingness to change,